blacklist. I never want to hear that music again.
What's up, Road Dogs TV? I'm Vicky Vicious with Heavenly Trip to Hell.
And I'm Susie Q with Road Dogs TV here in the beautiful PADNET. And we have an amazing show for you guys today. We have an amazing guest here with us. We have Razing Jane.
Woo! All right.
What's up, guys? How have you been? Can you guys give us your names and what you do for the band?
I'm Grace. I play bass, I sing, I write, and I rock.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm Brian, and I play guitar, write, and I sing too. And sometimes I rock as well.
Yes. So tell us, what have you guys been up to?
What have we not been up to? I feel like we're really busy right now. We're rounding a year and a half from our first show.
Yes.
And we have been in the studio. We're working on our first full-length album, so it's really exciting.
Wow.
Nice. How many songs?
Well, we have 11 ready right now.
Nice.
We have a 12th that's on the way, but I really want it to be 11 or 13.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
it's going to
so-
end up one or the other.
Either one gets cut or one gets added,
Yes.
and that's the way it's got to be.
Nice, nice. And you guys played a show at Alex's bar. We saw you guys rock out
Yes.
there. Tell us a little bit about that.
The benefit show?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was such a great day.
It was.
The lineup was so diverse,
Yes.
and the bands couldn't be more different, but I've never felt more connected
Yes.
to any show I've ever played.
Awesome.
Like, it was just like family and super kumbaya.
Yeah, shout out to Alex's bar. Thank you.
Yeah, Derek O'Brien, our drummer, who was the first drummer of Social D, so he was like around for the entire punk scene, and I was a kid watching him. Well, we're both the same age, but I was going to shows watching him play in that early punk scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we were at that show, and we were talking. That show felt that scene,
vibe.
that crowd, the vibe.
Yes.
And he said, "I haven't felt this feeling since like the early punk scene. That something was like on the cusp of building. You know, it was awesome.
Yet the bands were so diverse.
Yeah.
It was just,
It's Long Beach.
I still
It's
feel
Long
the love
Beach,
from
yeah.
that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was for the Special Olympics, so that in
Yes.
itself, right?
Yeah, the benefit part was amazing.
Yeah.
Right? And then you guys gave away some prizes. What all did you guys give away?
Oh gosh, we gave away hats.
Yes.
We gave away a bunch of stickers, which we do always. So come
Yes.
see us for stickers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple T-shirts in the mix.
Nice.
Yeah.
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 So-
Yeah.
Oh, a
yeah.
Cadillac. I gave one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Some Cadillac Tramps vinyl,
Yes.
which are like in very limited supply now. That run is about to run out. So.
Wow.
Wow. You know, actually, the person that won that album that you guys gave out, when they were walking away with it, some kid wouldn't stop. They were like, "Please, please, let me have it. I'll do anything. I'll do anything. Please, let me have it." And they actually gave it to them. Yes,
I
they
was gonna say,
actually
she might as
gave
well,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the fan that won it from the other person
Right.
that won it.
You know what? That's like a good summary of just that show. in general.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So let's talk about Razing Jane. You said you've only been around for what, a year and a half?
Yeah.
We've been around for a couple of years. Our
Okay.
first show was in May of 24.
Okay.
So
How did that happen?
Yeah.
What did you guys like?
how do we become a band?
Yeah.
It's Alex's fault.
Yeah.
From Alex's bar.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Alex.
Shout out to Alex.
His
Alex's
fault.
bar.
Alex, we've both known Alex separately for many, many years.
Yeah, way before Alex's bar even existed.
Yeah. Brian and I have known each other for at least 30 years in different capacities. I used to do album covers, and that's how we met, as I did one of his record covers way back when. And then my band Exit, which started around 30 years ago, Alex would book us. And so got to know Alex really well, and Exit was actually the first band to play Alex's bar. An all-girl hardcore punk band.
They broke it
Yes.
And so, been tight with Alex since, and Brian has a relationship with Alex, and we both happen to be at Alex's for, I think it was one of your other band shows,
in. Yeah.
Antivirals.
Antivirals
Yeah.
were playing.
And Alex walked up to us and said, "When are you two going to get in a band together?"
Yes.
I hadn't played at that point. It had been about like 6 years 6-7 years since I had been in a band. And I looked at Brian and I'm like, I'm down.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
And then the rest is history. Actually, and then we just were discussing, like, what are we gonna, Brian's like, what kind of music do you want to play? And I'm like, something different. Like, I want our punk roots to be there, but I don't know. I'm kind of into like the dark wave, like bring in some Cure elements and some metal and like all my different influences and like see where that goes. So we started writing.
When we played with the co-defendants at the Whiskey one time, they were talking about the co-defendants being genre fluid, and I was like, oh, we don't want to, we're kind of genre fluid, right?
Yeah.
We want to kind of be.
I identify with that.
Yeah. We don't want to be too far out there, like we're not going to all of a sudden have a country western tune or something, but
Please don't.
Don't.
That's
my
where we
country
draw the
albums
line.
Stay tuned. Razing
up.
Jane Country.
That's where we draw the line.
Nice, nice. So, and then tell us who else is in the band with you guys. Let's give them a shout out.
Yeah.
So we have Chris Extit, and Chris actually was in a band previously with Brian, and so Razing Jane, we just kind of merged the two bands. And Chris is amazing. He's a music teacher. He teaches guitar. He teaches at junior highs or middle schools, what they call them now, out in Huntington Beach. Nice. And he puts together little concerts for them and everything. And Chris is really diverse with the instruments he plays. So for Razing Jane, he plays the baritone guitar, which you don't see a lot.
Nice.
And then we have Derek, which we mentioned.
Derek O'Brien, who
was
was the original drummer for Social Distortion and played on Mommy's.
Oh my God. We're not worthy.
We're
not worthy.
He played on Mommy's Little Monster, and he's played in some really huge, like the Adolescents and Agent Orange and a bunch of big name punk bands. So it's just like, he was a jazz guy though. He was a talented musician beyond punk rock.
Yeah.
And now he's able to put all of his genre fluidness to the test with that.
And we got lucky. We actually picked Derek up about 6 months after our first show. We decided to make some changes, and he was producing us. So he came to our very first Razing Jane show, was in the audience. We know him, we were friends with him, but he did come up to us and say, I wanna do some recordings with you guys for free. Yes. I like what you have, I like what you're doing. Wow. And so we did some demos with him, and then by the fall, we were adding him to the band as our drummer. So he's actually our producer and drummer.
Nice.
So tell us your story, Brian.
Yeah.
My story is, well, I was just, how far back do we want to go? No, how much time?
However far back you
want to
go.
We want to know it all.
I was like this punk rock kid who had gotten kicked out of more bands than anybody I know.
I love that.
I was always the dude was like, that guy has a lot of potential. He writes really good songs. Oh, he's trasher. He's so fucked up he can't play. And then weirdly I got sober at 24. It wasn't weird, but I hit a bottom. I got sober.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And then I met the dudes from the Cadillac Tramps.
Okay.
And we all just coalesced, and we were trying to do the same thing, which was it was a fluid band then, because we wanted it to be kind of punk rock, but it also had this element of blues to it.
Wow.
And we put out 5 albums and toured the United States and Canada like 1 million times, and went to some pretty high points, and that all kind of crashed and went away when Gabby passed away.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I had put out some records, and I had met Grace because she was working for these record labels. She made the coolest record labels, like album covers. It was like, before anybody was doing computers, you could go to Grace and have her make like I remember what was
computer
it? Computer graphics, like way before.
Designers.
Nice.
Wow.
Hell bent on making album covers.
Wow.
And so I just started making band flyers for free for everyone I knew, and then just kind of slipped my way into the record industry, and ended up general manager at Kung Fu Records.
Wow.
Way back when. I think I was like 24.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we just became friends. She was doing her thing, I was doing my thing, completely kind of separate in music.
Yeah.
Our combined forces with this band, it like my strengths are a certain thing and hers are a certain thing, and they combine, and it just really complements.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's like really, really good foil for each other, for Muse and all that.
We're doing something really different too with the way we're recording our combined efforts. Like we do write our own on our own, but most of the time we just end up collaborating, which is new for both of us. We're not used to playing well with others like that. And so it's been a journey and a stretch, but it's like so good because the influences just combine so perfectly. And with this, when we did our demo, we recorded it kind of traditionally, vocals, isolated, that kind of thing. And Brian and I decided because, if you've seen us, we do sing together.
Yes.
A lot of the songs, which is not easy. You really have to remember the words, Brian Coakley.
That's
and so for this record, we started to do it more traditional, and then we were like, no, you know what? We did our pre-production in the same room, some of it on the same mic.
Yeah.
And so we actually we put a reel out recently showing it. We're
Yeah, I was
recording
gonna
in the
say,
same room.
You guys seem like you're having a great time.
Yeah,
in the studio.
yeah.
Yeah, and we're doing it like right there in the same room, and it brought that vibe that we have live to it, that connectiveness that we have when we're singing together. So,
Well, that's amazing. I can't wait to hear the album
Do you
when
guys have
it's
a name for your
completed.
new album?
Yeah.
we do like the band. We are like a family, and there is a consensus. But from the very beginning, with the name Razing Jane, and that being like tearing down Jane kind of thing, and then just the elements of like the darker side of the band. Like one of the first ideas I had for an album name was She Burns.
Yes.
I don't know if that's going to stick, but that's the idea that's floating around in my head right now. But again,
You got my
It
vote.
probably will stick for the sheer fact that I don't have a better idea.
it's a Razing Jane thing.
It's like,
By
I don't know.
default,
Brian's
going for it.
Brian's son actually named the band, or at least picked the name. So.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you came up with that name.
Well, we were trying to just think of band names that were just, I don't know. There was names that meant something, but then they could also be broad and they don't have to mean something.
Yeah.
And it's,
Someone else didn't have.
Yeah.
right. And it's kind of a pun because we spell the raising as in destroying, you know. And
I had been in a previous band with the name Jane in it, so the guys were like brainstorming.
Yeah,
and
let's
they were
just
like, something
destroy
with
that
Jane,
whole-
this, that, and the other. And then we were just like, the scene is very female weak,
Yes.
and it's especially 30 years ago, it was quite triumphant to just get out there and do that. And, it felt like you were being torn down at every corner. So Razing Jane is kind of a symbol of that, but at the same time embracing the newness of what, inclusiveness of what we have now, where we're going and what it could be.
Yeah.
And so the She Burns kind of just ties into that.
Yeah.
And then, so we had a whole list of names, and Brian was sharing notes for work with his son, and his son saw Razing Jane on there, and he goes, "For the record, I just saw the band names. I pick Razing Jane."
Yeah.
So that's how it happened. There was like 40 names on there. So.
Yes. Where can our fans find you guys? Where can they find your music, your social medias?
We are out there all over social media. Razing Jane, RAZING Jane, and you'll find us and connect with us, follow us. We love the support. We love our fans. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for having us here, you guys. Like, so stoked, Road Dogs TV. Thank you so much.
Do you guys want to tell us a little bit about this label that you guys are on?
Oh, yeah. That's another thing we have going
Candle
on.
Power.
How could we forget?
Candle Power
my
Records.
Yeah. That's an exciting thing. We just almost forgot. Thank you, Freaky, for reminding us about that. How can we even forget that?
Good thing you're on that.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here,
That's
guys.
it.
why we're here.
To bring it along, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a song, Twisted, on this compilation, Imperial Highway, on Candle Power Records, and
Yes. Shout out
we
to
can't
Candle
be
Power
more
Records.
excited about that. That's awesome.
You guys, it is such a good compilation.
Yes, it is.
It is so well done, and the bands are so good. I mean, it's something that I would buy and listen to, and that is so exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because a lot of compilations, you get them, and it's like, this one you can actually put on, and you listen to it while you're driving, and it's like the whole thing.
But thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. We really appreciate you and your band and everything that you guys are doing. Hopefully we'll have you guys come back another
Yes.
time
Yeah.
once your album is all done and you
Yes.
guys can tell us how that's been going. You guys stick around. We still got a lot more coming up. We got the Hustleaholics. We got a lot going on today. So don't change that dial.
That's right. Roll that video.
Yeah.
Hey, we're Road Dogs TV. We want to thank everybody for watching. Motherfucking art, culture, unity, Long Beach, creating unity through art. Road Dogs TV, music, art, and culture. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Thank you for everybody who watches and everybody who helps out. Thank you, Road Dogs TV. Good job, everybody.